What is good? What is good, everybody? It is your girl, Tika Deshawn, right here at All Things Ruthless, home of the Ruthless Addicts. And I have the ladies here. And tonight we're going to talk about Wednesday. I just had to throw that little extra energy in there. So I hope everybody was able to watch that video. I love the old school version of Wednesday dancing, getting her little groove on and then bringing it back to the new school where she was doing her thing. And then she even got lurched to cut a step or cut a rug, as they say. So I love seeing and reflecting on just the old school Wednesday. I think it was Kay who's live. You was asking us which was our favorite Adams family. And so I had to take it back to the old school. So how you ladies doing? And we're back because also Wednesday returned. Like Wednesday literally returned with 4 new episodes. So starting with EJ, Kay, and then Candy, what were you guys' thoughts on the return of Wednesday?
Well, first and foremost, shout out to everybody. Thank you guys for coming through. We appreciate y'all. And yeah, so I was excited about Wednesday coming back. Like I've been fighting, trying not to go to the next episode because y'all know I'm trying to watch it episodically. It's been very difficult. So, there's that. I really wanted to go to that next episode. That's how I felt. But I am excited to see how it's going to go. I did hear that the next episode is where Lady Gaga pops up in. Some people weren't too happy because they say it wasn't enough time. I don't know, but I am excited to see that next episode. So but we gotta get through this one first.
Right.
Well, I forgot I had a little show and tell, which has been on my desk this whole time. But shout out to one of my sorors for my Wednesday sticker decal. I hadn't even opened it yet.
Okay.
And I'm like, how long has this been sitting? I don't even remember when she gave it to me, but it's been sitting here and I even opened it yet. And I think I was waiting for spooky season to kind of go into it. But yeah, I ain't new to this.
Right. Okay. Say you true to this. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, I enjoyed them coming back. Watching Wednesday try to navigate life after coming out of the hospital and trying to pretend like she didn't almost just lose her life and get back to work. And everybody's still looking at her like, please sit down. Please.
That part. Because they made sure they had the stitches in the back of her head as well as in the top up there. And I'm just like, girl, go please lay down. But it's Wednesday. So, she's in her favorite position right now and she gonna pop back up. Andy, what about you?
I enjoyed this episode. I really, really did. My girl in there laid with her arms across her chest, Lord Jesus, poor thing, because she got flung out that window last week. But and I was holding my mule, trying not to go past episode 5. But like EJ, I heard about Lady Gaga, and I'm ready to see her and what she's gonna bring to the series. Hopefully she can stay around. But I really enjoyed it. A lot of things were revealed, and I was wrong about the lady that she released. I was wrong. My bad.
Me too. Girl, we all had our speculations. You know how it goes. You think you know, and then in the way they write these things, you end up having no idea. So,
but I know who I wanted it to be because I wanted some stuff to go on.
Okay. Listen, so let's go ahead and shout out the chat. Thank you to Marcus Vaughn for coming through. Hey there, Jeff Dean. Thank you for coming through as well. Salute to you and the people on the panel, and happy Wednesday. Hey, happy Wednesday.
Hey.
I love it because we're able to do Wednesday on Wednesday. So,
hey.
Okay. So, like y'all said, we start out with Wednesday in the hospital. And not only is she in the hospital, but she's having, this thing that seems to be a vision. But first of all, let's just get into Morticia being a mama, because Morticia is there and she's reading to her daughter double toil and trouble, her whole Macbeth moment. I'm like, what is she reading to her? Like, why would you read the darkest thing that you can actually find? But then again, I had to remember it is Wednesday. And so she's laying there in a whole coma, and we see her after Morticia and Gomez walk out of the room. We see her where she pops up, her eyes literally pop open, and then it's like she's into this whole new world, and she sees Principal Weems. Hey, what were you thinking when she just, popped up out of nowhere, eyes popped up wide open, and then we got the worst of the worst principals to come back in this latest episode?
I think that that's kind of letting us know that her rehabilitation is not over. Like she still has a very serious traumatic head injury. And instead of taking the time to heal, she's just going to pretend that it doesn't exist or to keep trying to
Right.
brush it off and go about her day. But I think we needed to know as the viewers, because although she's trying to tell everybody around her that she's fine, she's okay, by us seeing that she's still in a fever dream, she's really not okay.
Right. Definitely. And EJ, what about you? Any thoughts on Principal Weems and this whole what I thought was the whole vision and everything that Wednesday was literally going through at this moment?
Yeah, I agree with Kay. Wednesday stay doing the absolute most, but I do think that that definitely well, let me backtrack for a second. I think it was wild that out of all the people in the world that this would be her, that this would be the person that would pop up. But I mean, it makes sense. And I was kind of low key glad to see her. I guess maybe I didn't pay attention to the trailer. Maybe I missed it. I didn't notice that she was, going to be in, coming back or whatnot. So anyway, yeah, but no, seriously, I think Wednesday just I just think she do the absolute most. She doing too much. She does have a serious head injury. She has overused her gift, and at this point, she just determined to show everybody that, hey, listen, it's not as bad as you think it is. But this shows us that it is as bad as we think it is. Doing too
Right.
much.
Definitely. And we find out that Principal Wings is gonna end up being her spirit guide. So out of all people to navigate Wednesday through all of the shenanigans that she or the things that she has to encounter, Candy, we saw Judy Stonehurst, and girl, she's up there just telling like, oh, it was so easy. It was just a little accident, the electrical system broke and all the people escaped, and then we count most of them. Unfortunately, only a few were unalived, and I'm just like, girl, you sitting straight up your line. But what was your thoughts on Judy? We know Judy's father was, a part of this whole thing with going and messing with people's heads. You know what I mean? And trying to make these outcasts, see if their outcast abilities could work in someone that wasn't an outcast. So, what were your whole thoughts on just her getting up there and lying?
I'm like, lady, she is 2 seconds from crying, screaming, hollering, and letting it all out because she is so torn. She is so through because the legacy that they had going on or things that they had going on has now come to an end, and she got to try to scrounge up and fix things to make it better or whatever. But she's sitting there lying, like my grandma said, lying like a dog. And I don't care nothing about this lady, and I just wish there's nothing she could do but lie. She couldn't tell the truth because if that's the case, she'll be on the lockup and on the clank clank. So she had to do what she had to do. But those pictures of those three people, not Festa because Festa's my dog, but John Doe looks a hot mess. Okay, he scares me.
EJ, when did they even have time to give John Doe a whole mug shot? Like how, when, what, who, what, when, where, how, and when, why?
Yeah, I guess when they called him, I guess when he made it over there to the facility, I don't know. I was like, really, what are we doing here? But yeah, oh girl, just doing what she got to do at this point. She knows that if she tells the truth, I mean, she gonna be behind the bars, I mean, this was all. I mean, she has been doing the absolute most, right? Plus, we learned later anyway that it was something a little more sinister than that anyway. The real reason and why she really isn't telling the truth about what's really going on as well, which had me thinking, like, the police officer, like the sheriff, like, did she know anything? Because she low key lied about that too. It feels like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
talk about it different.
clearly Santiago has no idea of things that are going on, because if she did, she would not have let Stonehurst know that Wednesday was alive or awake. She tried to pin it on Wednesday and say, you think Wednesday had something to do with this? Oh no, she was just there for, a visit with an unauthorized visit with her uncle. In actuality, Wednesday had a whole lot to do with shutting down that Willow. You know what I mean? But once she sees that, Kay, once she tells her that Wednesday has awakened, Stonehurst, she goes straight to the hospital. She goes straight to Jericho Hospital, and she's on the phone with her little guard. Okay, did you find this one, and that one? Well, everybody except I was about to say inmate, patient 1938. So, any particular thoughts on Judy Stonehurst making her way to the hospital, checking out Wednesday, brought her some lilies, and we see patient 1938 is still missing.
Oh, she trying to do her due diligence and cover her ass like she worked for one of Olivia Pope's gladiators. She's like, I got to get on this all by herself. You know, she's like,
Right.
I gotta get this under wraps, because they was running a whole experimental chamber in the basement off of these so-called outcasts, and nobody even knows that she is an avian herself. So no, she got to get control over this and make sure that she's like, I ain't saying nothing. So Wednesday, you don't need to be saying nothing. Like, I know we don't see eye to eye, but these people don't really need to know what's like really going on. Although the people should actually know what's going on, because Slurp and Tyler ain't the ones that you want to run into. They should probably know, if you see them, do not approach.
That part. And speaking of Tyler, EJ, we see where okay, first of all, Wednesday decides to check herself out the hospital. Okay, girl, who told you to leave? But she does. She puts her little black on, she checks herself out of the hospital, and she gets these dead flowers. And down the hall, literally, is Tyler. Like, bruh, what are you doing here? Looking straight greasy and creepy at the same darn time. Like, what is going on? I was like, in my brain, I was like, run, Wednesday, girl. This ain't the time to try to face him right now. Run. But he ends up running before she could even get to him. So the whole thing was a mess. But EJ, what was your thoughts on this?
I thought it was crazy. I thought it was creepy. And I think I'm just now connecting the fact that when this is just going back a little bit, I just had an epiphany when she was saying that they caught all of these people. She was leaving. They never knew about those other people. Because I was like, why would the sheriff agree with that when she knows that they haven't caught certain people? But it's because the people that were down in the basement, the sheriff, they don't know about. So, and they were trying to off them, but never mind. It just clicked for me. Had an epiphany. But anywho, yeah, I thought that was crazy. I mean, Tyler said he about to get her. Like, at the end of the day, I got one mission and one mission only. I've already killed I've already unalived my master. So now I'm going to go ahead and unalive you and Enid, because why? Because y'all was doing the most. And I knew she was going after him. Like, I knew she was going to go after him, because that's what Wednesday does. She do the most. Love her, but she be doing too much.
That part. But that's like you said, that's what Wednesday is. She's gonna do the most, the most, the most. But listen, we got the Day of the Dead, and Mr. Principal Port is just absolutely doing the most. Principal Weems, her image or whatever, was standing there, and all I see is a freaking shirt go flying through her, and it's got Dia, what is it? Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. Like, bro, you really celebrating this? But I forgot. They are not normal people. They are definitely outcasts, and they're gonna celebrate the lives and the deaths of the people that came before them. And he is not trying to give Principal Wings not any ounce of love whatsoever. He don't care if she he could care less. He's trying to wipe the school clean of who she was, the mark that she left. And he's literally says this, but thankfully, she can't really react. All she can do is just stand there and listen to how badly people talk about her. Candy, did you have any specific thoughts on? I really didn't care about Principal Weem's feelings, but did you have any thoughts on her? And then the fact that Wednesday tries to tell Principal Port, look, you need to shut this whole festival situation down. Your boy Tyler is still out there. Like he's gonna come through and he's gonna wreak havoc. You might want to shut it all down. You had any particular thoughts on that, Candy?
So as far as Principal Weems, let me say this first. This lady is a tall drink of water, okay? She's a big, fine woman. Won't you
back that thing up?
Listen, she's dressed very well. Like every scene she's been in, she looks good. Like even in last season, I didn't realize how tall she was, but right now, standing against Wednesday, she is very, very tall. But her following Wednesday around like that bothers me because people already think Wednesday is weird. You're gonna make people think Wednesday is weird for real because she's talking to you. Nobody sees her but you. And I'm like, okay, Wednesday is having a whole full-blown conversation with this lady, but if somebody starts paying attention, they're gonna be wondering what the hell wrong with her. But Principal Weems, I am not a fan of her, but I'm glad Wednesday does have somebody there to help guide her, whether it's I don't know how far it's going to go and how much help she's got, but I'm glad she got somebody there to help her because Wednesday been reckless. And like I said last week, Wednesday going on Wednesday, and I just need somebody to at least help keep her on track and to help her hone her skill versus using it in the wrong way. So hopefully that's what Principal Weems going to do.
Yeah, it'd be nice if Wednesday would actually listen to what somebody's trying to tell her. That's the only thing about Wednesday. She just does literally what she wants to do. But you're right, though, and there are some moments, and we're gonna find out. There are some moments where Principal Weems actually ends up being, useful. We do see. I hear a little feedback. Okay. All right, y'all. So we see a moment, and I want Kay to address the whole Venus flytrap situation. They're sitting there handing Pugsley is there feeding the Venus flytraps with meat. And this gave me give me more, feed me, see more. Like this is how Little Shop of Horrors, this is what that was giving me. But we also see where Pugsley is talking to his dad, Gomez, and Gomez is like, well, I don't want you going out there by yourself to look for Slurp. If we're gonna do it, then I'll just go with you. So that whole conversation, you have any particular thoughts on the conversation between him and his father, as well as I did love seeing the Venus flytrap, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I love the very macabre set design in general. Like I wish they would have tossed me one of those Dia de los Muertos t-shirts because I want to turn up too. Like I got some friends that are Mexican and they turn up on that day. Okay, it's a party.
Right.
I'm there.
Right.
And so I love how the set design always looks macabre. And I wouldn't expect them to have like regular average plants around the house. This is just on brand for them. I was happy that for once we got to see Gomez and he wasn't freaked out. I said, hallelujah, thank you.
Right. Right.
For once, let's just have a normal Gomez that ain't trying to get busy. But somebody needed to be there with Pugsley because Pugsley been taking on this whole Slurp situation by himself, pretty much. And it's about time somebody stepped in to say, like, first of all, he's in the news, okay? Like, this ain't just no average zombie walking around. He is growing consciousness by the day, and he's wanted by the police. This might be a bit more than you can handle right now. So if you want to go on your little side quest, cool, Pugsley, I got you. Gomez is the right one to do it. I really wish that Pugsley would have just been honest with him about everything that was going on with Slurp, but I'm glad that he allowed his dad to step in and help him, as Morticia has been trying to step in and help with Wednesday.
Right, definitely. I will say Gomez did try to be a part of his life but Pugsley was like pushing him away because he felt like he found the bestie friend since nobody else wanted to be friends with him. So thankfully, like you say, this time around, he's willing to allow Gomez to, come through, kick it with him in his world, kick it with them, and go ghoul and goblin searching for him with him. So yeah, that was definitely a moment. We had that security guard from the hospital, from Willow's hospital, and he just out there like he just a baddie, like Candy. Did you see the man just walking through the woods as if he, was about some business, like he was looking for the ones or the three that got away out in the middle of nowhere. And we see Tyler in this underground pit or whatever you want to call it, where there's water and everything in it. And he looks shaken up because he's there, having a conversation with his father who has, gone on to glory. And, just he just looked shocked and shook about his whole conversation. Any particular thoughts, Candy, about the guard? I'm sure we're gonna talk a little bit more about the guard, but specifically Tyler and Sheriff Galpin.
Listen, when homeboy with the AK or whatever it's called, when he was walking through the woods, I said, now what is he look? He act like he was looking for, like he was on a mission from the federales or something. Like he was doing what he was supposed to do legally. But then when he got in that tunnel that where the water was at, and that thing come out the water, that dead body, I said, oh spit, what the hell is going on? But Tyler is okay. Here we go. So when that came out the water, I said, what the ham and cheese is going on? That was Tyler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, good. I wasn't mad at what happened, but I didn't like the way he was tracking them down as if they are not animals, but I just didn't like the way he was going about things. He had his little notebook, the 1938, looking for people, and it was like he was just on a mission to take out whoever and whatever he saw. And I'm glad he got what he got. And poor
Right.
Tyler talking to his daddy, I'm like, he seemed like he was so afraid. I guess because he'd been confused. He was by himself. He's talking to his dad, and of course his dad is not here, but I guess he got a lot of things going on in his mind because he's a child. He's a child still yet, but he has no parents, or he think he doesn't have any parents. I don't know. He kind of bothered me a little bit because he was so scared. But then here we go.
Right. Yeah, he was definitely in his own little zone. Because like you said, 1 minute he had somebody, which was the detective. Then he was also controlled by a master. And then all of a sudden, because he now has no master, all of the delusions and all of the things that happen when you're out of control from someone else, everything was just starting to kick in at one time, and it gave him some extreme paranoia. Kay and then EJ, any particular thoughts on Tyler talking to the long lost detective or Sheriff Galpin, and him hulking out on this guy who was where he wasn't supposed to be? You muted, EJ. Oh, there you go.
Oh, I thought you said Kay then, Erica. I'm sorry. I thought you were going.
I did, but it's okay.
I was like, maybe I missed it. But yeah, so first and foremost, Candy, we not finna do that. Like, don't be up here trying to make Tyler be a victim. Tyler is not a victim. Tyler is far from a victim. He is horrid.
Yeah, but he was afraid.
Look at him. He was just over there threatening Wednesday just not too long ago in that same outfit.
But he was afraid. He was afraid and lonely in that wet, moist place.
Okay,
being hunted.
Okay, boo-boo. But yeah, okay. He was afraid. Okay, we gonna have some sympathy for him. But yeah, now, I mean, I knew old boy wasn't gonna make it. I mean, it is what it is. They set that up from the jump that he was not going to survive that whole situation. The daddy coming to him doesn't surprise me, because there's definitely some unfinished stuff there between him and his daddy. So that doesn't shock me at all. And we knew that he would take him out. He's going to protect himself at all costs. And if you trying to come down there to get him, yeah, he not going. So, you know, it is what it is. Better luck next time.
And Kay, any final thoughts on Tyler and his unalivement of the guard being somewhere he had no business being, and his daddy?
Just no, you know, he plays a villain. I don't know if y'all watched the Daredevil Born Again, but he played a villain, Muse, who was also very like messed up and was using people's blood to make paintings. And I just like, you know, I want him pigeon. He played like he's very convincing.
Gotcha. Okay. So we see Wednesday. Now Wednesday is somewhere where she has no business being, of course, as always. She's in Isadora Capri's office, and the reason she's there is the was it Stonehurst told her something. It was somebody that told her something about saying that she knows about hides, that Capri knew about how to handle hides. And so because she once faced something where her boyfriend, who actually almost unalived her. And so Capri is like, girl, you don't want to mess with the hives. I don't know why it is not clicking in your brain. And she didn't say it like that, but you know, basically that you don't want to, you know, mess with Tyler and the hives and what it is that they're doing. You know, it can be very dangerous because, like I said, just as the article says, that basically Isadora Capri was basically faced with her hide, who was basically her hide master tried to unalive her because she loved him, and it's okay. It was kind of, she made it seem like it was okay to kind of love a hide, but it's a lot of risks that come along with it. And so any thoughts, EJ? Did I say EJ? EJ, any thoughts on just Isadora Capri catching Wednesday in her office, doing the things that she had no business doing, getting looking at her information, her folder with this news article?
Well, nobody should be shocked by Wednesday doing anything that she's not supposed to be doing at this point.
Right.
But I mean, again, like ever since we've met this particular character, I always knew that there was something else. And I still feel like there may be something else. I don't know. Like, I don't know why I don't trust any of these teachers at this point. Feels like they all just shaky and sneaky. But I did think it was interesting to know that she has had her own experiences with a hide as well. So I think it will either come in handy. Either she's going to be an op or she not. She gonna be helpful or she gonna be an op. Right now, I'm, somewhere 50-50. So I don't know just yet. But I mean, it just doesn't shock me that Wednesday is always in people's personal space. As much as she hates people being in her personal space, she's always in theirs doing the absolute most every single time.
Right.
Gotta love her.
That part for sure. I'm gonna move along because I know somebody else got some other things to do, but we do see where this little picture, this 1938, this photo keeps surfacing. It's off in the water, and of course, who's there lurking? The one and only slurping up this body that he's found. He's taking the brains from this guy. Like, is it only alive brains that help you redevelop or re-become who you're supposed to be, or can dead brains work too? I'm just saying, because I'm pretty sure
they gotta be alive. They gotta be alive.
Right. Okay. So he was half gone before the hide scratched him out. He was still alive, and then Slurp came in and did the rest of the do. Okay. Gotcha. So, like I said, Slurp is looking, and he looks at this picture as if it's familiar. He takes a long, hard stare. At that moment, did anybody connect the picture, the 1938 picture, with Slurp? I had no idea, and I'm just gonna be real with y'all.
No, I had no idea.
Stuck on this.
I
Right,
still don't have no idea. I didn't catch what the connection was. I tried to go back.
right. Gotcha. No, that's good. That's true.
So
That's
I
true. Because
started
I
putting
was
two and two
like,
together.
right, right. Yep. He definitely was. He was going hard at that picture. So Haitian
Mhm.
1938 has some connections clearly to Slurp, and I guess later on we're gonna find out. But here again, we got Principal Weems telling Wednesday not to do it, not to do it, not to do it. And in walks her mom, Morticia, Candy, EJ, and then Kay. Any thoughts on Wednesday, who's trying to do all the research that she knows how to do to try to take out this hide, and then Morticia's walking in, but Morticia senses something, and she says it is something, a feeling that she had when Weems was in the room, and of course, clearly Morticia and Weems went to school together back in the day. So, any particular thoughts on the conversation between Morticia and Wednesday, as well as just Morticia feeling Weems in the room?
Okay, so the boxes that Wednesday was looking through, Morticia wanted to know why she was looking through them, and she was like she was gonna ask Lurch to torch them or something like that. But
Right,
she but it's like, what is she hiding that she doesn't want Wednesday to find or anybody to find? Um, I don't understand. I don't know what the deal is, unless I missed it. But when she felt that Weems was there, I was like, okay, cool. Morticia has a sense of, like people around. So I wonder. Well, yeah, she has a sense of some of people being around. I don't know what kind of sense it is. I guess a sixth sense. I don't know. Maybe Kay can tell us what it is. But and then she was like, when you woke up, I didn't get to talk to you since you woke up. So where were you? Where has you been, Morticia? This child have been all the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. Where have you been since the child walked out the hospital? But I don't know. I just want to know what the issue, what she's trying to hide with those boxes.
yep, yeah. It's always some secrets. There's always some secrets between
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday and her mama. And then she had the nerve to be mad at Wednesday when Wednesday keeps stuff from her, but she's keeping things from her as well. Kay or
Right.
EJ.
That's it, back and forth.
Yeah, I think because Morticia has the
My bad. I was
same
mute.
kind of ability as Wednesday and even Ophelia, that that's why she knows Wednesday is lying. She knows Wednesday is still going through something mentally. So she kind of knows that she's teetering between consciousness right now. And so she doesn't want to pry too much because she's still in a sensitive place. But Morticia's like, I'm what's going on right now, but I'm just going to hold it because Wednesday's not going to tell me the whole truth anyway. Although I can clearly see what's going on, I'm going to use my special ability and gift to work around it like I did last time, because now I know she's going to be sneaky and deceitful. So I will use that to go and help save her, cover her behind in the end, because she's not going to be able to protect herself. So that's okay, Wednesday. You can keep coming around me lying, but every time you think that you getting over on me, I'm already 2 steps ahead.
That part. That part.
Yeah, I concur. I 100% agree. At the end of the day, Morticia is the mom and Wednesday is the daughter. And she clearly has been abusing her gift this entire time. She's clearly in over her head. She's doing way too much. And her mom knows that. And even though, I get it. Oh, she's hiding something and she's hiding something from her. Sometimes sometimes I feel like you might need to hide certain things from Wednesday, because Wednesday will just continue to push and push and push and push and push and put herself in these situations that she don't necessarily need to be in. So I feel like Morticia is just really just trying to protect her at the end of the day. And she got to remind her that she the big dog. Like she this is her ability as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you trying to act like you've mastered your ability. We've heard her say that so many times. I mean, she lost it, but she mastered it. Of course, you got to make sure you say that. But you haven't mastered it. You know, you haven't mastered it. So I love kind of how Morticia is moving. I am one of those people who's like, you know, we do need to be transparent about everything. But for right now, I just feel like Wednesday hasn't earned transparency because she just don't listen and she just gonna do whatever anyway. So I guess speaking from the motherly side of it, you know, I get it. And I like how Whatchamacallit snitched on her when she pushed that thing across there.
Right. Principal Wings. Yep. Push that little pink notepad right across the table. But how can she touch that pink notepad when, girl, you supposed to be allergic to color? I'm just asking.
What is it called, Kay, when they can touch stuff without touching it? I know Kay would know. When you can touch stuff and make it move.
Oh, telekinesis.
There you go, telekinesis.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. And then Morticia just straight, not even sneak dissing. She just knew that, you know, Principal Weems was just like not likable back in their time. And she could sense her in that room. And I was waiting for her to say, "Is Weems in here?" Because, you know, just the way that she could feel that energy of Weems being around anyway. So, you know, I just thought about that moment. But then we see where Enid is like, okay, well, Wednesday don't think I can take out Tyler by myself. And I'm like, neither one of y'all can take out Tyler by yourself. And her little boyfriend tells her that it's like, you know, she's kind of right. You couldn't do it by yourself. And, you know, so she decides that they're going to bring back the little group. I had it over here in my notes.
The Nightshades.
The Nightshades. Thank you. They're gonna bring back the Nightshades. They're gonna work some things out. They're gonna work together. This Nightshade though doesn't include Wednesday. So she's in her head about this whole thing, and it is. And of course, we're gonna add thing. I need you to go and tell everybody, spread the word, let everybody know that the Nightshade or the Shade people, we back. Any thoughts about the Nightshades getting back together, y'all, for this moment? And we can start with Kay, Candy, and then EJ.
I want them to get back together because they only were disbanded because that wayward principal wanted them to be disbanded, which I'm pretty sure there is an underlying sinister reason why he did this. But if there was a club on campus that was a group and they weren't hurting anybody, I think that they should still be able to be a group and organize and band together because they might need each other right now. So definitely still meet, but just do it, you know, underground.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. And I like the way Thing was moving. Thing was getting it done.
I'm always so judgmental of things. Like, how can you even see where you going?
Okay, Thing said, don't be judging him.
Don't be.
Yeah, I'm here for the.
Yeah.
I am here for them getting back together. I think it's a good thing for them to get back together. I think everybody works better together anyway because everybody has their unique abilities that they can use to get to the common goal. I mean, at the end of the day, it took more than just Wednesday to get rid of the Hyde when we got rid of the Hyde the first time. So I think that they need to band together and do what they need to do. And I'm with Kay. I think that there is definitely a reason why he doesn't want them to be together. Look at Agnes. Ain't that her name, right. Agnes with herself? But I think there's a reason why he doesn't want them to be together. So we need to just go ahead and do it anyway and bump him. Okay.
Yep. We do, but then we see Agnes, and Agnes has pulled up, as always, sneaking to see what's going on. And of course, we know she's gonna go and run till Wednesday.
Anybody thought Agnes say she was in the hospital? What?
Right. She said she was visiting her, flattening her hair.
She said I was in there when nobody else saw me, and I came to do your hair and try your clothes on and everything.
So weird.
Agnes.
Yeah, that little girl's weird. I just don't like her. I mean, I'm like when she do what she need to do for the collective, but all that peeping and tomming and hiding, girl, go somewhere. I don't like all that. You done been at the house. I'm at the hospital every day doing my hair. See, no, that's freaky to me because I don't know what else you was doing. No, man.
Look, for a second, she had the little black tie around her hair, and I thought she was cutting Winston's hair and then tying it into her hair, but I think it was just like ponytail holders. I'm like, come on now, let's not get too weird. Let's not do that.
She probably would do something like that, though. Shoot. Yeah, some little black streaks in.
Anything else, EJ? Okay, so we see Pugsley and Papa Gomez, and they are looking for Slurp, and they end up not being able to find Slurp. Like they've been through all of the woods, all of the wooded area to try to find him. However, they end up meeting this crowd of people that's headed to the what is it, La Noches. It was so funny. Anyway, they were headed to this festival, and it's called the Los Spooky Noches Festival. Okay, and they meet up with this lady. I'm gonna get to that part. Okay, I need to go back because I got it ahead. I got ahead of myself, but it's okay. Besides that, there other than Gomez and his son Pugsley looking for the dad, looking for Slurp. They see that Slurp. The police see that Slurp, and I guess maybe they're gonna assume that Tyler is still around. And they see that there's some things that went down in this little tunnel, and it's a body down there, and it's the guard from the hospital. And they're just trying to, put two and two together because at first they thought that Tyler had left town, but now they see, okay, he hasn't really left town. And then we see Slurp, y'all, and we've been looking for Slurp, but Slurp, after he got him some brains, literally, that sounds kind of weird because back in the day we used to use brains for something else, a different term. I'm sorry, y'all. But fast forward, he's making his way to this festival. He is making his way to this festival, and they're at the festival. Listen, they made their way to the festival anyway. Slurp that got my brain all messed up, got my slides all over the place thinking about Slurp. So anyway, they make their way to the festival, and this is his lady, Eileen, and Eileen is speaking in broken Spanish. Okay, like she really doesn't know Spanish. It seems like she just used a Spanish translation like an hour ago to kind of figure out some of the words, and then they end up where he starts speaking Spanish back to her. And he asked her, do you know where I can find some churros? This is Gomez speaking in Spanish. And so she's looking at him like, what? Like, what are you saying? So I found that moment was funny. And Gomez was like, yeah, of course you didn't know what I was saying. But he didn't, he wasn't hurtful. He didn't try to hurt her feelings or anything. But he knew that she didn't know what the heck she was talking about. So any particular thoughts, anybody, on just Gomez and Pugsley making their way to the festival, as well as Slurp making his way to that festival also, but they just haven't, caught on to it yet.
Like I said last week, Pugsley's talking to Slurp and treating him like he a dog. Down, boy. Come here, boy. I'm looking for you, boy. Call him by his name. Why are you calling him like he's a dog? I'm like, okay, Pugsley, that's all the sense you got is, come on, boy, I'm here, boy. Where are you? Nobody's gonna hurt you. You gotta keep talking to an animal. I mean, he is an animal, but he ain't no dog or a cat.
He's his pet. He's his pet.
Girl, listen.
Keyword was his pet.
Was.
And he is no longer in that kind of need to be somebody. And the thing is, I thought that he had a little something to hold on to, but you and he don't need you no more. So all that being condescending and thinking that you can be there to help him and save him, he don't need that from you anymore. So Pugsley got to be on his all over again.
And
Lonely.
when the lady was speaking, talking to them, she talking like she was trying to cast a spell on them. And I'm like, why is she talking like that? But Gomez fixed her ass though.
Not cast a spell, girl.
That's how she was talking. She was that's what she was speaking, as if she was trying to cast a spell. I said, okay, all right. But Gomez fixed her though. He got the rumbling off that Spanish, and she was like, oh, okay. He was like, mm-hmm.
I mean, because he literally had just said that they were basically appropriating the whole, that they were appropriating the culture, and she tried to make it seem like they weren't, and then then he proved her point.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It was funny.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I laughed at that moment as well.
Adios.
Okay, like bye. Well, you really want to say, well, Bobby, get out my face with
That's
this.
exactly what he said.
So we see Wednesday, y'all. Wednesday has been notified that the Nightshades have gathered together, and even though Agnes thought she was doing her big one, we find out that this is actually going to be a good thing for Wednesday. She finds out, she says like, hey, this is actually something that we need to do anyway. We kind of do need to work together, in Wednesday fashion, okay? And so the Nightshades all meet up together, and of course, in the midst of this whole meeting, after Wednesday is literally going through and trying to put this whole potion together, they're gonna end up working together. Basically, what the potion is going to do is basically allow Wednesday to become the master of Tyler. And so it's gonna be crazy how they're gonna work it all together, y'all. We're gonna definitely get to that. But I also wanted to think, because I forgot to give an image of Bianca and her mother. But Bianca and her mother are down there talking about how they saw the guy who was over the coat, and he was in this news article say they saw him, or on the internet, of course, they saw him at this hotel, and now Mama's kind of like shook, even though he didn't directly tell it to her. He told it to Bianca that the Gideon is out on the loose, and he's saying, well, I'm gonna protect her, the one with the snakes in his head. I'm gonna protect your mama, you and your mom at all costs. So I'm gonna help you no matter what. So anybody had any thoughts on Bianca, the conversation with her mother, and what's his name? Lucas? Is it Lucas?
Ajax.
Ajax, thank you. Where the hell I get Lucas from?
The only thing I had to think,
and I swear I got notes over here, y'all.
Ajax he's still feeling a way towards Enid. He was like, "You're not a nightshade, officially a nightshade," and she was like, "Well, I was going to be one, but it got disbanded before I could be. And you're the one that nominated me." And he had an attitude. He is a bitter Betty right about now. And then Bianca got to tell him to chill out. And I'm like, is something gonna be brewing between Bianca and Ajax? Because I'm feeling it. And then you're gonna protect her and her mama at all costs. So Enid, you ain't have to worry about Snake Boy running behind you no more. But I didn't like the way he was trying to play Enid like that.
I mean, he should go ahead and move on. She wanted to stick with her wolf pack. Let her hang with the wolf pack and whatnot. And ain't no need to gatekeep the Nightshades, because technically ain't none of y'all in the Nightshades at this point. First of all, it ain't no more Nightshade. All of y'all are there against the rules of the new principal. So technically none of y'all are Nightshades. And Enid is very helpful. Y'all could use her wolf abilities. Let her go on and be in there. Ajax, move on to Bianca because Enid has moved on as well. Okay. High school love don't last that long anyway.
It's very rare. It's very rare. It's very rare.
That part.
But yeah, I feel the same exact way. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like, Ajax, yeah, he a little salty. It is what it is. But I mean, I've always been scared for Enoch to be with him. I mean, he accidentally removed that doggone thing. Like, I mean, and then there she go, boom, stone. Like, come on now. I never wanted that for her. So I'm like, go ahead. Not that I want that for Bianca either. But still, I'm just saying, Ajax is a liability. Go ahead and be with your Wolfpack boo. Call it a day.
That's discrimination again.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just saying.
It's giving hang. What is it? Oh, High School Musical, where you can only hang with your kind, stick with the game that you know. Like that's what it's giving.
He can't
Okay,
do that
okay, y'all.
for hair.
Listen,
Right,
girl, that thing fool around
right.
and
Or
accidentally
AJ,
fall off, and boom.
pretty much. But definitely, y'all, moving on into finally where I've been trying to get to with my messed up slides. But we got Slurp, and he done made his way into the hacienda, the festival, and he just walk around. He fits in perfectly because he everybody there is in pretty much everybody there is in a costume of some sort, and so they don't know. I'm like, isn't he like smelling or something? Like, come on now. But he's just walking through everywhere, and he goes into this haunted hacienda, aka haunted house. I do know that much in Spanish. And even there's even some jump scares at him, and I'm just like, you flirt. How are you scared? But he has some jump scare moments. He goes through, and then this guy is taunting him a little bit to where he has to literally jack him up and he takes the reins. He flirts, he does what he does. Any thoughts? And then everybody go running out the hacienda like help, somebody help. So any particular thoughts? And she just, oh, I knew I told y'all to scare him real good, but I ain't mean for you to make him poop on themselves. So EJ, Candy, and then Kay. Any thoughts on just the whole slurp and the whole honey hacienda?
Girl, it's a haunted place. So, Slurp fit right in with the rest of them. And I mean, it was I think we kind of knew exactly what was gonna go down. Like, Slurp, it's a lot of brains there, and nobody's seeing any danger because everybody thinks that it's just a really great costume. And he got to get in there and get them brains. So I knew that's exactly what he was gonna go do because he is trying to get back to his full form, and he need them brains in order to do so. So, it is what it is. I was kind of hoping that he was gonna take her out. Did he take her out, y'all? I can't remember.
Mm-mm.
Talking about the
Oh, he
principal,
should have.
pilgrim
Yeah.
lady.
Yeah, he
No,
didn't. Eileen. He didn't
yeah,
take Eileen out.
he should have took her out. That would have been better. But yeah, that's all I got.
As far as Slurp said it was brains galore, live brains. He said, I got to get it, and I'm gonna get what I can get while the getting is good. And by any means necessary. If I got to go through here and have my own little jump scare, that's what I'm gonna do. But other than that, I need these brains. Food, glorious food, as I forgot what song that is, but whatever it is, that's what's going on. But I'm telling you, that's why I don't do Carowinds. We have a theme park in South Carolina, like for the haunted house. When we go to the state fair, I don't do the haunted house because I don't know what's real and what's fake. They had them damn I don't play with that because one of them might be real and y'all might try to cut my head. I don't play like that. So I would have been running just like them people. First of all, I ain't finna go because I learned my lesson. No. But Slurp was in his element and he was right at home.
Right.
And I ain't mad at it because that lady should have did what she needed to do, did her due diligence, and Slurp shouldn't have been there. Because how he get in there anyway?
Walk right on in.
Well, good. They wasn't that. Yeah, they should have been more vigilant about getting him instead of worry about Wednesday and her walking around with her brain injury. Y'all need this is the one y'all should have been having the high alert on is and having a haunted house festival because it's all fun and games until people start getting ate up like for real in life. Like, no, y'all wanted to play like this. Now, I would have considered this a good time. But everybody, y'all for real. Like, what y'all in there for if y'all didn't want the real scares? You know?
Right.
Like, I mean, I feel like if any place that you was gonna have this kind of activity take place, he was at the right location.
Yep. I
That's why.
agree. He was definitely at the right location. Yep. And so Santiago heard that one of the escape patients was at the park or at the house at the festival. They booked it over there, and oh Jesus. He was happy about this. Pugsley was so happy that, oh wow, my friend is here. Like, bruh, that is not your friend, but okay. He was so excited. So Gomez allowed him to go into the haunted hacienda and actually go and try to talk to him. He goes in there, he shocks him a little bit, and he's saying, stop, Pugsley. And Pugsley is surprised that he can actually, he's actually talking. His face is coming back to some sense of normalcy. He's so excited about this whole thing that he lies for him. He lies and says that Slurp wasn't even in there anymore or at all. And so the way that Gomez looked at Slurp, it was as if he was looking at someone he kind of knew. I don't for me that's what that look was giving. Like, you kind of look familiar, but I'm not really sure because the person that I know is supposed to be unalive. So Candy, Candy, and then EJ. Any thoughts on just the whole Slurp and Pugsley situation?
It's giving people under the stairs is what it's giving when they finally got freed.
Right.
When they
Right.
finally let him walk free at the end of the movie. But yes, I feel like Gomez knew exactly who that was. And by him being an outcast as well, it's like, I ain't no snitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see you, you see me. As long as you ain't gonna eat my brains, like, everything is everything. So he knew what was up, but it's definitely giving feral, inbred mountain person that just walked out of there. So I don't even know how he lasted this long walking around. But the way he looked at Pugsley too, like, he's like, I'm a grown man, dog. We ain't friends like that. So walk.
Right.
Yeah. Gomez was looking at him like, bruh, do I know you? Do I know you from a former life? Like, uh, what's going on? I want to know what it is. So when we get off this live, after I finish, I'm going to watch episode 6 because I need to know what the hell is going on. Why Gomez looking so hard and like that, and then Pugsley just let the man go because he had to say nobody was there, so he don't want his friend to get caught up with the police because they ain't no telling what he gonna do if he gets caught. But yeah, Gomez had a disturbed look on his face.
Right.
I'm ready to get to it.
Right.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna probably watch the next episode right afterwards too. Because I just need to get to the next one. But anyway, yeah, I just thought that this was, I mean, classic Pugsley at this point. What we've known of him, what we've grown to know of him, that Pugsley, he just wants to be wanted. He just wants a friend, and he feels like he's attached himself to Slurp and that they are truly companions, and so now, I'm helping my friend. My friend wants to be free. I'm going to let him be free. And of course, when Gomez saw him, he was like, he definitely knew that he knew this person and that this person was not supposed to be walking around for sure. So I am interested in expanding on this, especially because of both of the things that we learn at the very end of the episode when Gomez and Morticia are talking to each other. So when they make these revelations and where Slurp decides to go, all of that stuff has me like needing more answers immediately.
Right. Yeah. And I think that this first episode or the fifth episode coming back was like the episode to literally make you want to hurry up and watch the next episode. So before we continue, I just want to say hello to CT. Thank you for coming through. as well as Lemon Kush Pepper. Thank you for coming through. And y'all do all the things that Lemon Kush Pepper said. Hit that like, that share, and that subscribe button on everybody's channels. We absolutely 100% appreciate it, as well as Stephanie Wilson Gross. Thank you for coming through as well. And we almost about to wrap this whole thing up, y'all.
And Tika, do she freeze? It ain't
Girl, I
me.
thought I was tripping.
I looked at you. I'm like,
think
okay,
she did.
EJ moving.
I think she
Oh
did
no,
Girl, we
I
freeze.
all
thought it was me.
uh-uh. It was,
Mm-mm.
let's see, we was all doing that circle of motion. Here we go. So then we see Morticia, and just like we say, people knowing people, we see where Morticia and patient 1938, aka Francois, they know each other. They went to school together. We find that out. She thought she was unalive. Morticia said, "Girl, I sent flowers to your funeral. Like, what is going on?" And so we know that now Morticia has made a deal with her because she is also, we found out that she's Tyler's mother. She says because she was coming there, she was looking for her son, and she showed a picture, said this picture of this girl. She was an angel. She actually helped me, and now I'm looking for my son. And then, of course, Morticia's like, I think I know exactly where your son is headed. So they end up going over to the school, Nevermore. Now, at Nevermore, this festival that should not be going on is definitely still going on. And they're basically setting it up. Of course, Thing is up there doing his thing, literally. He's here giving them the thumbs up, showing that Tyler is there in the audience. And then he throws a pebble at Tyler, and Tyler goes and looks over and he sees Enid. And then that's when the chase begins, running through the woods, literally. And they end up in this particular room, their little cave, man. I don't want to call it man cave, their little hideout, whatever you want to call it. They're there. They are there all together and they're standing all around him. They got these little swords pointed at him. I'm like, is that really going to do anything to him, particularly? And he kind of pokes fun at him. But then we see Wednesday, and this is where her plan is starting to kick in, where she's walking up behind him and she's going to attempt to poke him. But y'all saw that that was totally unsuccessful. Mama High rolls in, knocks Wednesday out the way, and then we see Morticia. She said, remember the deal that we made, or remember the promise that we made. Um, I let you go. Yeah, I let you and your son go, and you let my daughter go. Candy, K, EJ, any particular thoughts on all this stuff? Because that was a lot. That was a lot.
Yeah, it was a. Wait a minute. Go ahead. I can't never do nothing, child. They just act like I ain't busy. They just get to walking and carrying on. But baby, the way Tyler hooked out, as you would say, and get the kicking and flopping and throwing their asses all over the place. I said, don't y'all know this man grows and gets big and strong and carry on? Like, why would y'all? What did y'all think y'all could do to him? That would work. I don't know what they were thinking. Because he just hulked out, and then I don't know. I think somebody else help me understand what's really going on with Tyler and with his mama, because, well, with his mother, because I didn't understand, like, why was she dead, but she was at, well, I know why she was, because hell, they took her there. I was confused as to why are they having these funerals for people, but they're not. Well, I'm asking my questions and I'm answering at the same time. I don't know. Somebody else talk about it, because I'm confused about this whole damn thing.
Girl, well, the one thing was because remember that the guy who created that place, the one who was taking the outcasts and experiment on them, clearly she was one of the people that he took and experimented when everybody thought that the outcasts were dead, like they thought they had died, remember? But instead he was the one taking them and putting them in the, what was the name of the, whatever the name of the facility was, remember? The daughter
Willows.
had took over and they were
Willow
all
Hill.
okay, yeah. So all of those outcasts that everybody thinks they're gone, they're not gone. They're being experimented on, but they don't know that. So that's why she said, I thought you was, I thought you was gone to the upper room and I sent flowers to your
Right.
funeral, because they made it seem like they were gone. And I think didn't they actually have like the whole things, like they went with the whole 9 yards and everything, like they really made it look like these people were out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, obituaries and
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
she didn't have an obituary because Wednesday said to her, what happened with this person? She didn't have an obituary or whatever. When she was talking to that crazy lady at the hospital, what's his name?
She said she didn't see her or whatever. I'm just saying that maybe this is just one of the other people that they took. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Because I mean, if Morticia says that she sent flowers to her funeral, then that's just another one that they thought was gone.
So how was she able to not hulk out in this place? She was doped up, maybe?
Ooh, but remember they had Tyler chained up. Maybe they had something else with her. I don't know. I don't know how they had her, because she was sitting there calm as hell.
Maybe they was feeding her some dope.
Yeah, they're definitely feeding us candy. I can say that. And I believe it's the very last episode or the episode before that, because I did do a little small sneak peek, but I couldn't watch the whole thing because I didn't want to spoil it for myself. But we're gonna get the answer to that. We're gonna get the answer to pretty much we're gonna get the answer to why she is she's unalive, but she's not unalive. We're gonna kind of get that answer towards the end. So that's a very good question, because this, I guess, like I said, this is why this episode was a starter episode. It makes you want to go ahead and finish watching the rest of the season. But we're definitely gonna get that answer towards the end. It's like the last I know I saw a little moment in there. I got a tendency to turn the TV on and it start watching me. I'm just saying.
Because I didn't want to go any further, because I be blurring lines and stuff. So
me too, girl. That's exactly why I'm going episode by episode, because I'll be talking about everything else but the right thing.
Yep. But Wednesday's plan was to inject him with something and make him. She was going to become his master. But because the mama came in and ruined that whole little plan, they were allowed to run away. Like I said, they made that deal. And so this is when Morticia tells her, yeah, that's Tyler's mother. And what was the deal that we made? The deal was that if I don't mess with him, or I let them go and be and live how they want to live, and they'll protect, or they won't hurt you. And Wednesday's like, you really believe like you really believe that they're going to actually do what they say they're going to do? So I like Wednesday's thinking on this, because at this point you really can't trust anybody, especially somebody who literally threw her out of a whole window. So
flung out the window.
Flung
she said
her.
that she trusts a mother, and she trusts the mother side of him.
Right.
Now, I don't know if she can really control him. Like, I feel like this, like Francois's intentions are gonna be great, but I think Tyler's I think his hate is greater, and I don't know how much of that she can really, really, truly control. I mean, she's a Hyde, so clearly she can fight against him. I'm not saying that she can't do that. I mean, but what I'm saying is that I don't know if she could really make that promise. I don't think she's going to intentionally break it, but I don't think she could really make that promise. I don't think she's going to be able to control him like she thinks that she's going to be able to.
Tyler hates this lady. He hates
exactly.
He hates her.
What a passion.
Just like I didn't Wednesday and had no business thinking that she could be the control over the Hyde. Like that was stupid on her part. That was very irresponsible and ridiculous. And so she's mad at her mom because I'm handling it. I think both of them need to just go on and go about their business. Like Wednesday. And then what purpose would that serve you to be his master? And you would have to, and a part of like your life, you would still have to be somewhere in the vicinity because now y'all are attached to each other. And you can't even deal with him right now. He can't over you just because he's your so-called master. He killed, what's her name? Thornhill.
Yeah, right. I think she's reason too.
Mm-hmm.
But all good points
Right.
because exactly. He did kill Thornhill and Thornhill was his master. I thought that was
Mm-hmm.
crazy too. I said, there go Wednesday doing Wednesday again. She just really thought this plan was finna work. I said,
Mm-hmm.
girl, this plan is not finna work, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. But go ahead, go off Wednesday if that's what you think's gonna happen. But Morticia to the rescue.
Right. Right. And that was pretty much the end of the episode, y'all. Episode 5 of Wednesday. But we do have a moment where it was giving me Moesha vibes. Y'all remember in the beginning where Moesha writes it, or at the end she writes in her journal.
Mm-hmm.
And it was given, that's what it was given for me. Wednesday was typing on her typewriter, basically telling her story of the things that happened or whatever. And we seeing different little things that are connected, but why are they connecting? We see Thing, and he's holding on to this ring, like there's some significance to this whole ring situation. We seeing where Gomez is telling Morticia that the two people that they know, which was Tyler's mother, Francois, and what was his name? Let me get
Isaac.
to it. Isaac,
I
who is actually Flirt, they're alive. And she's like, they corroborate, like, yeah, I saw her too. So what is the next connection between the four of them? Because not only now we figured out who Tyler's mother is, but how do Gomez and Morticia know these people? And then we see
Mm-hmm.
Stonehurst, and she's at the crib, and Slurp Isaacs that made his way over to her house. So, like, remember me? Like, what the heck is going on with these people? Again, the mother son connection, Tyler and Francois, was a moment we know who your mama is. You know,
but who so
and we
Gatlin is
see
supposed to I'm sorry,
uh,
Gatlin is supposed to be his daddy, right?
supposed to be.
What if it's not his daddy? I don't know.
I
Go
guess we
ahead. I'm
gonna find
sorry.
out.
Or
It
what
just
if
No,
it is and she was hulking out too much around him as a child and he had to take his son away? That's what I'm thinking. I mean,
maybe.
because they're
mm,
considered dangerous people.
right.
He may have had to remove her for a reason.
Yeah.
I can see
Okay.
that. I could definitely see that.
Okay, so now that we know, okay, so Gomez, okay, we did know that we eventually figured out that Gomez did know who Slurp was. That's why he was staring at him. But who is Slurp to Gomez? That's what I want to know. Because why is you staring at this man? And then you gonna tell Morticia Isaac, and then she's like, "Yeah, Francois." So who is Francois and Isaac? Do they know each other?
Well, yeah, because he was looking at her picture. Remember, he was like staring at it
Yep.
real hard.
Yep.
It all goes back to Augustus, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
because they gotta know each other because like you said, the way he was looking at that picture, and it's something with them. It gotta be. I don't know
That's
what
why
it
I
is.
said, what if
Maybe
he
that's
really
his
the pappy?
daddy. Maybe
What if
that's
he the
Tyler
pappy?
daddy. Maybe that's Tyler daddy.
That's what I was going with. That's why I was trying to say, what if Gatlin is not the daddy, and what if this is really the pappy?
I'd have pappy.
I'll be that baby pappy.
I'd have ball. I'd have baby daddy.
I don't know. I'm just grasping at straws here.
Maybe
Hey, you
so.
never
Maybe that's why
know.
he's staring at her picture. Because he done
Yeah.
laid up with her.
Listen, I'm convinced that Morticia and Gomez's class, they had too much going on. They had too much freaking stuff going on in this particular class at damn Nevermore Academy.
They
They
ain't getting that
Right.
done.
okay, they in the middle of some ish for real.
Okay. Between throwing
Oh.
folks off of balconies and knowing principal wings and just all the things, they had a whole lot going on at their school. So
That's why Morticia don't want to
anyway,
tell everything.
right. She know too much. She know too much. But anyway, y'all, I listen, that was pretty much, like I said, that was the end of the episode. And so next week, is it EJ? You gonna host episode 6 for Wednesday? And so y'all, I don't know what was going on tonight. I know a lot of stuff was going on everywhere, but I was still glad to be able to come to y'all on Wednesday for Wednesday to literally talk about Wednesday. It's always some shenanigans in the Wednesday world, and I absolutely enjoy watching and talking about it. So with that being said, ladies, we'll start with Kay, Candy, and then EJ. What do you guys have coming up next on your channels? Oh, and final thoughts on and what you're looking forward to on the next episode of Wednesday.
I am looking forward to us being able to see the rapport between Tyler and his mom. We have not seen either. So I want to see what that relationship looks like. I just did a review for Highest to Lowest. I am dropping a review for The Conjuring probably Friday. And then next week, I'll be doing The Long Walk. And then after that, I'll be doing a panel for him. And then the week after that, Marvel Zombies drop. So make sure you hit like and subscribe. We are in spooky season.
Hey, definitely is spooky season. Candy, what you got going on? Let the people know. And your final thoughts.
Final thoughts. I cannot wait. I put it in the chat. I think Tyler's pappy is Isaac. Slurp is that boy pappy. Because why is you staring at this lady picture like that? You laid up. I'm after I finish my live at 10:30, I'm going on to watch this next episode because I really want to see why he was staring at her like that and what's the connection between them, between Gomez and Morticia. It's something. That's what I really want to see. Anything else, I ain't worried about too much. But I really want to see what the connection is with those three. As far as me and my channel, yesterday, Tamika and my girl Richie B and I did Unknown Caller, the catfish story. Listen, I kind of lost it on that live last night.
Oh, that was good, chat. No, that was good.
I lost it on the live. But my sister, I was writing your wheel out, child, because I just knew you was gonna crash out. But yeah, that story is a nerve-wracking. And tonight we're going live at 10:30 to talk about Sisters season 9, episode 9. I think it's called Return to Sender. So we're going to be doing that. Tamika and Mo 69 Ways Johnson. And then on Sunday, Tamika and I will be doing Beauty in Black, season 2, episodes 1 and 2. And then stay tuned. Okay. Keep your notification bells on. Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. We'll be locked in. And EJ, what do you got coming up? Any final thoughts?
Yeah, so my final thoughts are this was a dope episode. Where's my filter? All my flaws and skin is just
girl, beautiful.
Exactly.
Girl, I got like stuff all happening.
Look at you losing the plot. You're losing the plot.
Oh, my bad. So listen, first and foremost, I'm excited to see what's going to go down on this next episode. I'm going to go watch that right afterwards. I really just want to know who. I'm like Candy. Is Slurp the pappy? Is he not the pappy? What's going on with that? I want to know what the connection is. Why was he looking at that picture like that? And I want to see if she's really going to be able to control Tyler the way that she thinks she's going to be able to control him. That's like some of my like biggest questions. And I'm sort of like Candy on the rest of it. I really don't care about the rest. I need to know these specific things first. And then we can get into the rest of it. But I am excited to see Lady Gaga because they said that this is where we're going to see her at. So I do want to see what capacity we're going to see her at and what she's going to be doing. And then as far as my channel is concerned, I'm supposed to be dropping some more All the Queens men's content. I'm trying to get to it. And then tomorrow, I believe we do go live for Zatima. I think Zatima come out tomorrow. So we'll be going live to talk about Zatima. It'd be like a live after show. So if you're watching Zatima, definitely come on over and hang out with us for that. And then, of course, next week I'll be hosting Wednesday. So we'll be talking about that. And then I think that's it. I was trying to think if there was anything on Friday. I don't think there's anything for Friday. But I will be watching Beauty in Black and I will give my overall thoughts over Beauty in Black. And so y'all know how they go. And that's about it. Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, EJ, absolutely. And Always a fun time with you, girl. Always a fun time. And for me, y'all, I had to use my bootleg camera tonight, but I'm still here. So thank you to the ladies for coming through and hanging out with us as we have this conversation about Wednesday. I'm glad we got to do Wednesday on Wednesday. But I'm just looking forward to all of these connections. Like, why was things so adamant about holding on to that ring the way that he was holding on to that ring? I'm looking forward to seeing how much more trouble Wednesday is going to get herself into, and definitely the connection between uh, um, Morticia as well as Gomez and the other people, the other couple that they were talking about, Isaac and Francois. So that's pretty much what I'm looking forward to coming up on my channel. And thank y'all everybody for tapping in, hanging out with us tonight. Like I said in the chat, thank y'all for the engagement. Also, but I'm on my channel. I'm definitely going to be hanging with EJ doing Zatima. I had to think about it. We'll be talking about Zatima. Saturday, I'm going to go live with, I guess it's going to be a panel with others, Jay, BKJ, and we're going to talk about Beauty in Black, episode 1. Y'all know Beauty in Black is going to stream tonight, or for some people in the morning at 3 o'clock a.m. On Netflix. And Zatima is going to stream on BET Plus tonight, sometime 4 o'clock in the morning, I should say, on BET Plus. So I'm definitely excited about talking about both of those shows. And I know EJ mentions it a lot. Well, yeah, she mentions it more than me, but just know, y'all, we got another channel. It's called Talk That Talk TV, and EJ and I would love for you guys to come over, join us. We got some great reactions that we're working on, and we're going to definitely be bringing y'all. We're going to be trying to do the most, and it's going to be a fun time. So I hope that you guys will go ahead and start subscribing to that channel and be prepared, because we're bringing you guys some great content. Other than that, y'all, let me see. I think I got 4 more comments. 4 more. Let's see, 4 more comments in the chat. And then, that was all EJ. And okay, gotcha. And then Lemon Kush Pepper said, love the lives, ladies. Wednesday for Wednesday. Have a good night. Absolutely. You have a great night as well. Theme might have him a little girlfriend. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much. And y'all have a great rest of y'all whole entire night. Y'all,
happy
love
birthday
y'all.
to my brother.
Happy
I just
birthday,
have to say
brother.
happy birthday to my brother.
Happy birthday, TV junkie.
Oh,
Brother
junkie, TV junkie brother.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We out.
Bye.
Down the plot, sharp like a knife, unpacking the moments that bring stories to life. In all things ruthless, it's about you. You should follow us and see it through.